Well, I'm calling my insurance company right now for the tow. No, I'm going to have my insurance company tow it. I appreciate it.
Okay, my son has just been in an accident.
You're going to calm down. You're going to calm down right now.
No, I'm not
going
going
to calm down. Back off 3 feet.
Don't touch him.
Step back.
Don't touch him.
Stop it.
Now.
Where are you driving?
Supervisor, now.
You're listening to me?
Supervisor, now.
What happened?
Don't answer any questions.
Yes.
Now let's cue the music. What's going on, guys? Disorderly Product News. This video comes to us from Just a Guy Having Fun. And I recognize that picture, that profile picture. He has posted on my videos and been a subscriber, a loyal subscriber, for a long time. Not only that, we use a lot of the same phrases. And I'm not saying he gets it from me. Maybe I get it from him because he's a private investigator and a trained interrogator. First, let's see what happened to make this all come about. Here we go. On 9/2/21, approximately 3:30, I received a frantic call from my 17-year-old son telling me he was in an accident. It was just blocks away. I began recording shortly after arriving using an app that allows me to record, to document the scene, and still operate my phone. Officer Amir Borovac, star number, badge number 08455, has no clue that I am recording. Put it in the comment section. Do you think his attitude would have changed? Do you think he would have behaved in that manner if he knew he was being recorded? Guys, go on over to Just a Guy Having Fun. Subscribe and tell him Disorderly sent you. And watch to the end to see the old, long tradition that some departments have. There is a well-known tradition of police officers' departments having a relationship with tow truck companies.
Well, I'm calling my insurance company right now for the tow. No, I'm going to have my insurance company tow it. I appreciate it. Okay, so you will address me
With the respect of the citizen that you serve. Okay, my son has just been in an accident.
You're going to calm down. You're going to calm down right now.
No, I'm not
You're going to calm down. Back off 3 feet.
Officer Borovac now comes over and completely escalates the situation, raises his voice, starts yelling, and tells the driver's father to calm down. Then he says, back up 3 feet, after he walked about 30 feet to get to him. Now, do you think he would be acting this way if he knew he was being recorded?
Back off
This
3
is not going to be a
Back off 3
negotiation.
feet. Back off.
You just assaulted
Back off 3 feet. Back off.
You just assaulted me. You just assaulted me.
No, I told you to back
You
off 2
just
times.
assaulted me.
You're not going to talk to me like that?
Hey,
With an aggressive
don't
manner.
touch him.
Step back.
Don't touch him.
Stop it. Stop it.
Stop with the
Don't touch
attitude.
him.
Stop
Give
it.
me
Sergeant,
your
now.
Where are you driving?
Supervisor, now.
You're listening to me?
Supervisor, now.
Supervisor.
Supervisor.
Lower your tone of voice.
Son, I got
Lower your
this.
tone of voice.
Tyler, I got it.
Lower your tone of voice.
Got it. Tyler, get in the car.
Civilized.
Get in the car.
And willing
Or
to
go.
communicate with what?
I'm willing to. I'm willing to. When you're ready to treat me like the citizen that you serve, you let me know. Until then, give me your supervisor.
I love this guy. That's right. Just a Guy Having Fun has broken no laws, and he's a citizen, which makes him the highest ranking on the scene. My man.
Get me your supervisor.
Back off. Back off.
Don't talk to my son that way.
Can I please
You
have
are no, you can't.
Yes, I'm gonna-
You will act professional as it
Stop
outlines in your
talking to me like that. We will not communicate
Sergeant.
like
Sergeant.
that. My son will be on the way, but you
Thank
will not
you.
talk to me like that.
I will talk to you any
No,
way I
Sergeant.
want. You will treat me with respect. He was.
Driver license insurance, please. I'll give it to your supervisor. Driver license insurance, please, now, to me.
Tyler, now.
By the law.
Now. 28-1595 requires that you do that. I know my laws, sir.
Good for you, sir. Do you still live here? Yes. What's the good phone number for you? What happened?
Don't answer any questions.
He has to.
No, he doesn't. By law, he does not
By
have
the
to.
law, he has to. I'm investigating
Sergeant,
a crash.
it doesn't matter. He doesn't have to
Sir,
participate in your
back
investigation.
Up. You're gonna back up right now.
He does not.
Are you involved in
He's
this?
my
Are you
minor
involved
child.
in this?
I will decide
Are you
what
involved
course.
in this or not?
He is my minor
Are you
child.
involved in this crash or
Sergeant,
not?
you're dismissed.
Get off the street, sir. Please.
So you're dismissed.
Please get off the street.
Your
You cannot
ego
dismiss me.
is driving a check.
Get
you
off the
cannot
street,
cash.
please.
You've already
know what?
assaulted me.
You know what?
You've already assaulted
Disobeying
me.
orders of police officer while police investigation is intact and ongoing.
No.
You have to obey the orders
Obstruction
of police.
cannot be physical
I'm not
or
talking-
verbal. It only
Don't
has
yell
to
at
be.
me. Don't yell at me.
I'm going to go get there.
Absolutely
Is your body
not.
cam on?
Absolutely, absolutely yes.
Awesome,
All the time.
awesome. Your sergeant's going to be reviewing that later. Watching. Your sergeant's going to watch you
Yes,
put
he
your
will.
hands on me.
Officer, I gave you a warning 2
Right.
times to back off with aggressive manner that you had.
I didn't move. You approached me. You approached
Because I'm
me.
investigating the scene.
No,
And you stepped
you
into my
approached
face.
me
I'm done
to
talking
use
to
your
you.
ego.
Sir, back off.
What? No,
You
I'm fine
are-
right here.
You are interfering with police investigation. Now this is official. You will back off and let me conduct my police investigation of this
go.
crash. Simple as that.
Here's the law, sir. You want to point out where
I
you're
just
wrong?
read you a law.
You didn't read me nothing. I have the law right here. It's written. Obstruction of a criminal investigation.
Yeah, I know.
1324 132409. Let him write the ticket. It's okay. It gets dismissed in court.
I have that.
Can't look it up. Can't look it up. My insurance?
Absolutely.
Why don't you though?
No, I'm not looking it up. You're required by law to carry with you in the car.
Just drop it, Tyler. He's gonna be like that.
What happened here?
Don't answer any questions.
Talk to your supervisor. Talk to my supervisor.
This is all because I wanted to get my own tow truck. You know that, right? You're gonna steal. You're gonna.
My tow truck. If my tow truck runs
You've delayed me from getting my own tow truck.
from the streets because of blocking the traffic.
Oh, so yeah,
If your
it could have
tow
been
truck
done.
comes first, I have no problem.
I'll talk to your sergeant.
Yeah, we'll talk to you,
Just advise
sergeant. Wait, yeah. Nice response time, by the way.
Because of time restraints, there were parts I had to cut, but make sure you watch the unedited version in the description and subscribe. Tell them Disorderly Product News sent you. It's worth it.
Good luck. I never got your name and badge number, by the way, please. Officer, can I have your name and badge number? So you're refusing to identify? Chapter 3.24? Okay. Hey, sir, over here. I don't want you to be in traffic. How you doing today, sir? I've had better afternoons. My son had a car accident. Yeah, I think he's going to be fine. We're going to, wait till tomorrow. The adrenaline will wear off. But he's young, and I think he's going to bounce back. Yeah, this is the other people. Everybody's going to go home in their own bed tonight, I believe. So, yeah.
Okay.
So
That's
that's
good.
good news. Yes, sir. I'm going to encourage you to review this officer's body camera.
Okay.
According to your guys' policy, you're supposed to identify when asked. And just right before you got up, I forgot to ask him during our interaction. He didn't give it to me. I asked him for his name and badge number so I can reference him properly to you.
Okay.
There's your sergeant. Okay. Since he came up, the first words that we had together were, I've already called a tow truck. And at that time, I was literally on the phone with the insurance company calling a tow truck. I said, I prefer to use my own tow truck. No, you'll use ours or whoever. If your gets hurt, he just starts in with this literally an attitude right off the bat because I wasn't compliant to his authority. And that's really what this whole situation boiled down to.
So basically,
And then
so definitely a lack of communication is what you're.
Oh no, he escalated immediately.
Okay.
And he starts coming up to me, and I said, "Officer, you need to check yourself and address me with the respect of the citizen that you serve." Okay? I could just see it was go. I'm a private investigator for 30 years, trained interrogator. I read body language. Okay? It's what I do. Like you, it's what I do for a living. Okay? I immediately saw his going up. I checked him. Okay? At which point he proceeded. I was standing either off the curb, just on this side of the curb, or on that side of the curb. I can't remember which. But he was about where he is now. And then he walks all the way over to me, gets right in my face, and says, "Take 3 steps back." Now, your officer just approached me from over 10, 15 feet away to walk up to me and give me an unlawful order to take 3 more steps back. I refused. That was an unlawful order.
Trying to get you out of the street? Or
No, I was literally on the curb.
Calm down. Back off 3 feet. Back off
This
3
is
feet.
not going
Back
to
off
be
3
either on this side of the curb or standing in the gutter by the car. All right, we had several cars here. The fire department was there. I wasn't in the street. I wasn't obstructing anybody's way. You know, like I said, he was over there. He was almost by his motorcycle, by his bike. I was there. And he walked all that distance over to me to tell me, "Take 3 steps back." To which I refused. That's an unlawful order. He's totally disrespecting me at this point. Complete and utter disrespect. At which point I said, "My son was just in an accident, and this is the way that you want to handle this situation," or something to that effect. Right? It's on his body cam. It's on mine. Okay. It was an act. My intention was not to record the police. Okay. I've got an app on my phone that records, and I can still function with my phone. But as an investigator, document everything, right? So my phone was recording, not for him. Okay. He put his hands on me. He pushed me back when I refused. He assaulted me. Simple assault. You know that, Sergeant. You don't put your hands on somebody. All right. 13-2409, obstruction of criminal investigation. I think he had a better shot at me at governmental operations, but he wanted to go after me for obstruction. Okay. I checked him on it. I keep a copy of that shit in my car. I got the law. I said, you want to tell me where you're wrong? Right? I didn't bribe him. I didn't represent myself. I didn't make threats or use force or threats of force to interfere in his investigation whatsoever. Obstruction cannot be a physical act. Right? And he wants to sit there and threaten to charge me with obstruction when he walked all the way over to me, assaulted me, by definition of the law. You guys do internal investigations on, we did nothing wrong, all that kind of garbage. I get that, probably not even worth me going through the process to even deal with it. But that's
always worth your time.
My purpose is to check his attitude, for him to remember that he serves the citizens. He does not command. He is not the king of. Just because he says it doesn't make it a law.
Sure.
Any order, if he wants to give me a lawful order, and it's a lawful order, and you know this, Sergeant, I'm venting, a lawful order is backed by a law. Not his feelings, not his ego, not what he wants. He gives me a lawful order, I don't break the law. I am going to obey. As we can tell in this conversation, I know my laws, right? But I'm not going to take being disrespected. God forbid my 17-year-old son was alone with that man. And he said he wanted to get his own tow truck. My son might have been in handcuffs and put in jail with the way his attitude was. I mean, he went like that. When he first walked up, everybody was doing other stuff, and he was very polite and said, hey, we're going to get you in a minute. I'm like, cool, I'm on the phone with the insurance, on hold with the insurance company. He's a fucking emotional wreck, we got, but he was cordial at first. But the second I
So the issue was over the tow truck?
Yeah, I wanted to use my own tow truck.
Okay.
Right? Which probably would have been here by now if we didn't have to wait for this whole thing to go down.
Sure.
Right? My car probably would have beat their car out of here.
Right.
Because I was on the phone with them 40 minutes ago when I had to hang up to deal with that knucklehead.
You have an ETA for your tow truck?
I don't know.
I got transferred.
Yeah, so,
Okay.
yeah, this... But that's what I'm dealing with, man.
Did the officer already get your information and everything?
I didn't let my son. I did not trust that man. I did not let my son. I didn't let.
talk to him after seeing him push
Yeah.
my dad.
Even after I said,
I didn't feel comfortable giving that guy my information. I didn't know what he was going to do with it. However, he was going to twist the story if he wanted to. He seemed way out of control. I did not.
no, we don't. I told my son not to answer any questions.
Okay.
How sad is that I had to tell my son not to trust a cop?
Right.
Not. I mean, 17-year-old
No,
kid.
you didn't have to tell me that. I'm sorry,
But you know what? How sad is that? I didn't have to tell him. My 17-year-old kid knows not to talk to cops. And for him to walk 15 feet over here to tell me to take 3 steps back, bullshit, Sergeant, and you know that.
All right.
But I'd like to get his name and badge number before I leave.
Yeah, he's doing up a copy of everything right now. So let me go. Let me talk to your son a little bit, okay?
In my company, absolutely. Okay. He's trying to get this tow truck. If you could be patient for a second.
Oh yeah, sure, of course. What?
We'll just further demonstrate to you his ego has let him get to the point where he won't even follow a policy in front of his sergeant.
Yeah.
And when I quote the section and the chapter of the police manual, enough said.
Just be patient.
My point has been made.
Okay. Just be patient with him because he's got to print out everything for everyone. Okay. Because we're dealing with an accident.
I understand.
Okay.
I understand.
Just be
Making
patient.
my point, sir.
No.
Making my point. I wasn't disrespectful to the man.
No, of course not. You want to talk to me too? Okay?
All right, thank you.
All right. Do you want?
Yes. Yeah.
Honda Accord. 2012. Okay.
So you just said I leaned into him after he walked 15 feet.
So there you go, guys. And I by no means am questioning, implying, even accusing the officer. In fact, this officer might be trying to follow the letter of the law too closely to the point where you say, well, no, your insurance company tow truck cannot tow this car. It's got to be the first one on the scene. So write in the comment section what you think. But the officer has to know that if he says he's calling his insurance company to get their tow truck driver and he says, no, the first one here is going to tow it, that's going to raise a couple eyebrows to the letter of the law. But make no doubt about it, it's known in society and it's definitely known in police circles that this goes on. Tow truck drivers giving officers or departments money so they could get the tow. It goes from Baltimore to Chicago to Ottawa to Toronto, Houston, Detroit. Here we go on the left. This is in January. Last January, New York police officer Robert Smith was about 2 months away from retiring. But before he left the department, he was trying to recruit another colleague to take over his year-long bribery scheme he ran with the help of Officer Harass. Smith and Harass took thousands of dollars in cash from tow truck company, according to records, in exchange for sending victims of car accidents to their firm. Now, you can read that whole thing. I'll leave the link in the description. But here's the thing. Why shouldn't you be able to get the one your insurance recommends? Because then your insurance will pay for it. You're on the hook if it's a non-improved insurance tow truck company. So how can they force you to do that? Better yet, why would they want to force you to do that? That's Chicago police officer Francis Zoller, who was convicted and sentenced to a year in prison. Now, here's what his lawyer said. Zoller's attorney, Joseph Lopez, asked for probation, saying Zoller was sucked into a decades-old practice of Chicago police officers extorting tow truck drivers, characterizing it as wrongdoing but not corruption. Lopez also said that putting Zoller in prison for a lengthy period would do nothing to dissuade other cops from committing crimes. We've been prosecuting police officers here as long as we've been prosecuting drug dealers, and it doesn't seem to get into anybody's mind, Lopez said. So if you guys like that video, go on over to subscribe to Just a Guy Having Fun. I'll put the original link in the video. There's a lot more to see. There's a lot more text law, case law that he's written on the screen and shared with you. So if you're interested in that case, go on over there and subscribe. And for nothing else, he's been a loyal subscriber of mine. He's got a good video. He's out there doing the work of the people. Subscribe. It only takes a second. The link will be in the description. My name is Asd-docs Product News, wishing you and yours a very safe and happy rest of the work week. Good night.